It's that easy. You just stop. There's no secret to it. You might feel like this. I know I felt like this before where I don't know, I just thought it was just going to stop. Like it felt like it was the alcohol that was choosing me in a way, that it was the alcohol that was consuming me, which it was. So it was like I thought, okay, the alcohol would just stop. The alcohol will stop choosing me. The alcohol will stop coming near me. But it's the other way around. It's you that has to stop choosing the alcohol. It's you that has to stop drinking the alcohol. It's you that has to start choosing you and not the alcohol. You need to stop choosing to escape. You literally just have to stop. You have to stop drinking. It's different for everybody. You might be like me where you just hit rock bottom and you saw everything as it was. You think for a moment and you reflect and you're like, what am I doing? You start questioning yourself. You start questioning your life. You start talking to yourself. That happened to me, and it was a process with quitting because I stopped for a month and then I went back to it. I saw it more as a little break. So I took a break and I went back to it. And honestly, things were not the same. They were not the same because I honestly didn't see no point in it anymore. And I kept drinking because I kept surrounding myself with people who kept drinking. So keep that in mind, and we're going to get to it in a little bit. I was just tired of my own bullshit. And yeah, I felt good during that break. And I started taking other breaks. But it was what I was surrounding myself with. It was all mindset. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm done. Something, just switched. It was a process of taking breaks, going back to it. And then I just completely stopped. I was a really, really heavy drinker. I was such a party animal. And it led to me doing cocaine. And I was also smoking most of the time. So I was shook, and I knew that I wanted change, but I still had like this image about myself and just the way that others portrayed me as well. How they saw me as the party animal, as the one who was so fun. They wanted to hang out with this certain individual, but that person wasn't really me. It wasn't what I wanted. I was still being this person that other people wanted, if that makes sense. So you really have to find your why. And my whys kept changing, to be honest. It was one reason, and then another reason, and then another reason. The whys kept coming up. And as long as you have one why, like, do it. Quit the alcohol. One reason is enough. I just wanted more and more reasons to make it more impactful, to make it more like, okay, no, I need to stop, But if I were to go back, even with just that one reason, like I'd tell myself, one reason is enough. One reason is enough to quit. You don't need 10. You don't need to keep doing all these mistakes in order for you to be like, oh, fuck, okay, well, here's another reason why I shouldn't do it. So find your why. It doesn't matter if it's a big why, a small why. If you're just tired of it, you're tired of it. If you have been drinking for 10 years and it's just brought you so much negativity into your life, into yourself, and it's just fucked you up mentally, emotionally, and physically, quit. It doesn't matter how big or small the why is. A why is still a why, and that's a good enough reason for you to stop. I've always been surrounded by alcohol. There was always alcohol in the household. Family members were always drinking. That was also a big reason why I started drinking at a really young age. I knew I was doing crazy shit. I wasn't making the best decisions. It was honestly really negative, bad decisions that I was making. And nobody was ever telling me, oh, you should stop. And there might be people telling you, you should quit. It's not good, this and that. I would see it on social media. I would see podcasts and just people mentioning how it wasn't good for your health, how it wasn't good for your mental health. Because, things like that started coming up, especially when COVID happened, how, you really want to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally. And that's when a lot of those things, those topics came up. It'd be like, you wouldn't pay attention to it, and you don't pay attention to people. And I'm not saying to pay attention to them, but look into it, because after seeing it so much, I was like, let me look into it, like let me see what it is they're talking about, because I'm the type of person where if I hear something, it's not like I automatically believe it. I don't change my mindset or anything like that. I look into it because I like to see different perspectives and I like to do my own research. And I started doing my own research. That's when I started learning more about the actual damages physically, to your health, mentally, to your mind, to your mindset, and emotionally, how you're just suppressing your feelings and how you are creating trauma inside your body and you are actually hurting yourself. You have to be willing to do it. All these people can tell you all these things. I'm over here talking about it where I'm not telling you to stop. I'm suggesting you should stop from my experience, and I'm telling my story, telling you guys how it fucked me up physically, mentally, and emotionally. But it has to be you. You have to be willing to do it. Even if you just have that reason where you want to do better for you, you want to become better for you, that's a good enough reason. That was one of my reasons. That was my very first reason where I wanted to become better. I was done being stuck and I wanted to do better for me because I wanted a better life. And I was willing to do it. I was willing to change. Everybody can tell you all these things, tell you to stop, try to help you, but you really have to help out yourself first.